Definitely hear that tapping. When you get up in the higher RPMs, you really don't hear anything, but that knock sensor is telling me otherwise. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I've got that 2019 Mustang GT in here. It has got a Gen 5 Whipple on it, and I'm going to be diagnosing a couple issues, or it's more so a tick or a slight knock that we're hearing on the engine. Like I said, it's got the Gen 5 Whipple, and doesn't really have any power loss. It's just you hear it tapping there, and this is actually a built engine. It's got its rods, pistons, and everything in it. So I'm going to be doing some diagnosing on it, trying to figure out where the sound's coming from, what's causing it, and we'll go ahead and start it up so you can hear it. Basically, it's a twin to my white car over there. It's just an MT82 car. So let's get right to it and see what we can find. So I'm fixing to crank it up, and so you can hear what I'm talking about, and we'll see what we can figure out, what's going on. And he did say that the tapping kind of comes and goes sometimes. So it's hard to tell exactly what's causing it. We're going to go ahead and pop the hood open, take a look underneath. Sounds like it's a little more on this side over here, and it's hard to tell if it's like some blower noise or if something is really like knocking a little bit. He actually had been driving it like this and never noticed any issues until he had a Ford dealer with an oil change or something like that, and they pointed it out, and that's when he brought it back here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up my laptop, and I'm just going to drive down the road a little bit, see if the knock sensors are being triggered or anything going on there, just kind of figure out where we're at. And actually they're starting to knock a little worse right now when the idle came down. And see where we're at. I did check the oil already. There was nothing in the oil that I could see. So I'm going to get that data log, just to kind of have it so I can kind of see where we're at. And then we'll start troubleshooting from there. You can definitely hear it here, even from inside. Come down there, and we're gonna watch. What you're gonna watch for is that KR, that means knock retard. We're gonna rev it up, see if we see anything. Didn't show nothing, and I'm gonna try to rev it a little faster under load, and we'll see if it detects any knock. No, nothing there. It did have knock there though. Yep, you see that 6 degrees of knock. He's probably down on power a little bit too, because I'm assuming when we get it on the road, it's going to be pulling timing under a load, because I'm seeing positive knock right there. Negative means the knock sensor is adding timing. Positive means it is actual knock, and it is actually pulling back from your timing table. You can definitely hear that tapping. When you get up in the higher RPMs, you really don't hear anything, but that knock sensor is telling me otherwise. Get that brightness turned up. There you can see it there. Look at that, we're barely cruising, already seeing 6-7 degrees of knock, so he's definitely gonna be down on a lot of power. Even light throttle cruising, 5, 6, 7, even close to 8 degrees of knock retard at partial throttle. So as soon as you get on it, it's probably gonna max out. I believe it's gonna be somewhere around 10 degrees. This here car is just on the factory Whipple tune. So we'll try it, turn around, and I'll go back. See that knock right there under a light load? I'm not seeing it, but as soon as get on it pretty hard, it is detecting that sound that we're hearing, and it's pulling a lot of timing back. And at wide open throttle, if it's pulling 6 or 7 degrees of timing back, you're losing at least 120 to 130 horsepower on a boosted application like this. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is, like I said, I'm kind of going to be doing a process of elimination. So right now, I'm going to take off the belt, any of the accessories. Basically, I don't want the blower spinning. I'm going to take it off of the main crank down there. Take the belt off, crank the engine where nothing else is spinning, no blower, no alternator, no AC compressor, nothing at all, and see if the sound goes away. If it goes away, we'll start looking at other parts. If it stays there, then we'll dig on down and do a compression test. I'll get a camera, inspect the bores, and see if I can see anything going on there. Got it slid off there. So I'm going to start releasing the tension. There you go. That taken off, and the main thing I'm after is I've got to pull it off of the crank down here so it doesn't spin. Pull it up here. Okay, that's all free down there. It's all taken off. Now I'm going to go crank it up again and see if we can still hear that noise. See the blower not spinning, no accessories are spinning, and the noise is still there. Still sounds just like it did. So I'm gonna go start pulling the coils off, pull the spark plugs out, borescope the cylinders, and do a compression test. See if I can see anything wrong. Also, one thing I did notice on this thing is the wheels on this thing. I'd like to get those for my 15 over there. They're the Race Star wheels, and I have not actually seen these before, but they're a really good looking wheel. Now, I may go ahead and get a set of those for my 15 for street driving. That's really, really knocking right there. I've got all the coil packs loosened here on the driver's side. Pull each of them out. At least they're easy to get to. The passenger side has got the harder one to get to, which is there on the back, close to where the battery is. It's not that hard to get to, but still not very fun trying to get that spark plug out. I was working on getting that rear bolt out right there. See if you can see it. There it is. Somehow managed to drop my ratchet. Did not hit the ground, which is the worst sound ever if they don't hit the ground. Now I'm here trying to find it. Actually, I think I see it down there. See if I can reach down there and get it out. Barely see it. Maybe it'll come up. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Oh, pretty hit the ground. That's a good sound. And there it is. I've got all the bolts out for this side coils. Just going to set them up here for now. 2. Then of course that third one back here has got the little boot that goes over. Because of the direct injection system, there's not room for the coil to sit right there. Pull that boot out. That's just on the Gen 3 Coyotes. And I got the back one back here. All those are out. Next, I'm going to go pull the plugs out and start bore scoping, see if I can find anything. Got the driver's side all loosened up. Working on pulling the plugs out. Let's take a look at this one. Nothing really to see there. See over here. And we got this next one. Nothing to see there either. No problem that I can see on this one either. Check this rear one. And nothing there either. I've got all the passenger side plugs out. Again, no issue there. Check each one. Nothing to see there, so now it's time to get that bore scope and check out those cylinders. Got the camera going right here. Obviously you can see it, video on my phone. And I'm gonna check this first cylinder right here. Check the camera down into here. And we'll come over here, see what we can find. Trying to get down the spark plug hole. Hard to really see anything. I need to turn that brightness up just a little bit. I think it's right here. There's brightness. You can see the piston. Kind of see the wall right there. I spin the camera to look at it. The piston's kind of towards the top, which makes it a lot harder to see. But nothing obvious in that one. I'll do a little more checking. I've got it in the next cylinder now. See if I can see anything there. I don't know how good you guys can see that with the reflection. There's one spot I don't like to see on this second cylinder here. Right by that edge, there's something shiny there. See, when I spin it, it kind of keeps going back and forth. I don't know if it's some piston slack from the edge lid on that piston or what is going on there. But you can definitely see something when I spin the camera. Right there. I'm gonna remember that, and I'm gonna keep going to the next ones. Got the next cylinder. It really just doesn't show up. It's hard to record my screen. See a few little edges there. Like I said, not exactly sure what that is. Nothing that just really stands out to me though. So on to the next one. All the way in the back on the passenger side. See if I can guide it through that spark plug hole. There it went. See the piston there. Again, that little mark there, I'm not sure what that is. Is it some piston slap we're hearing? 'Cause that's all I'm seeing. It's just a small little mark, what appears to be that one edge right there. We got the first cylinder on the driver's side. You see quite a bit of carbon built up. Nothing much to see outside of that on that cylinder. Not seeing much on this one. You can kind of see the edges right there. It doesn't really have the shiny part either, like some of those others did. I don't see an issue on this one at all. On to the next one. This is the third one from the front. You can see the edge there a little bit. One little shiny spot. Kind of hard to see anything, but again, no big issue there. I don't see the carbon built up on this cylinder like that front one did, but still a little shiny place there. I don't think it's a big deal. So I'll go ahead and move on to that next cylinder. Same with this one. Not much to see. Everything looks really good on this one. See the piston, you can see the edges, you can see the cylinder. Not much to see. Everything looks to be in pretty good shape. So next thing I do is start doing a compression test. My camera's pretty hot there. It's kind of blurry. So I guess that's probably because the engine's still hot. But my camera may be about fried. It was not very clear at all on that last cylinder. There's one thing I did see after looking at the front cylinder on the driver's side. If you look in there, there's like a little bit of oil at the bottom. See it? That one doesn't. and you might be able to see the piston, but this piston down here, which is the one that had a lot more carbon, kind of looks like a little bit wet, a little bit of oil on it. So that's what I'm going to be watching for on the compression test. First thing I'm going to do is reach back here and unplug that fuel pump module where we don't have any fuel being injected. Got that unplugged. So bring this up here and we'll start doing some compression tests. First one, looks like we're right at 225, showing good on the compression. Everything looking good on that one. On to the next cylinder. Just did the next cylinder with a second one back on the passenger side. Looking right at the same place, looking at 225, good on compression. Got the third cylinder back, passenger side. Just a hair lower, it's just about 220 instead of 225. Still looking good though, way up on compression. The last cylinder on passenger side, right at about 210. Not bad at all, still good compression. I've moved it over here to the driver's side, and if there's going to be one low on compression, this is the one that I suspect, if there's an issue, this will probably be the one. It's down just a little bit. We're looking at around 200 on the compression. It's not that low. You know, it's still in the green, but it is lower than the others. This is what I don't like to see, but I'll move on to the others and see if anything shows up elsewhere. Got the second cylinder on the driver's side. Checks out good, just a little over 210, about 220. No issue there. Got the third cylinder from the front on the driver's side again. Checking out right at about 220. And here we've got the last cylinder, again, right at just a hair over 220. Looking good on the compression. I've did all the compression tests, you know, I bore scope it, I've done a lot of different tests on it. Everything has been checking out. Now here's where it's hard to decide what to do because, you know, it's hard to tell what's wrong. I mean, there's definitely something making the noise, it's triggering the knock sensor, it's losing power, something isn't right on the car. So, I've got to decide what's going to happen with this engine. This is it's got about 2,000 miles on it, it is a built engine. And I'm going to have to reach out to the machine shop, let them know what it's doing, see what they say or what they think should happen. It's hard to tell at this point, you know, what the best route is, but we know there's an issue and it needs to be fixed. So let me know what you guys think we should do. If you guys want to see me tear it down, find the damage, figure out what's wrong, you want to see it sent back to the machine shop, what you want to see, I'm sure you guys probably want to see videos of me taking it apart. I've been through numerous coyotes, super familiar with them. The hardest part for me is making time to take it apart because I have got this S550 over here, getting a Helion twin turbo kit, getting a fuel system, getting a drive shaft, clutch, just everything. And now we've got another VMP car here, getting another pulley, fuel system, clutch upgrade, tune, everything else. So I've got to decide what to do with this one. But for now, I'm going to reach out to the machine shop, let them know what's going on. I've done all the tests on it, and not pointing fingers at anybody. You know, this happens even on factory engines. I mean, you can get a stock car, drive it off the dealer's lot, and something can go wrong. When the new engine was first put in it, there was no issue at all going on. So, like I said, hard to say what's going to happen, but even factory cars with stock parts fail. It just happens, for sure, when you throw a boost at them. But for now, that is going to be the end of this video. Let me know in the comments what you want to see happen here, and I will reach out to the machine shop, let them know what's going on, keep you guys updated in the next video. And for now, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.